nice bonding moment there. And then the captain was, I guess, informed that he had to leave the table immediately. So he got up and, oh, everything's fine. We had eaten a hero's feast.
Yes, so make sure
That's
you've all
the
got that added onto your character sheets.
Ah, right. I have not. That doubles hit points or something, doesn't it?
no. You
10
get
temporary
Temporary hit points.
advantage on some kind of save. I think.
its hit point maximum increases by 2d10. So roll 2d10, and that's how many temporary hit points you gain. You also are immune to poison and being frightened, and you make wisdom saving throws
Nice.
with advantage.
So with temporary hit points, do we just... So we literally add temporary hit points onto the temporary hit points box, and we use those hit points first. Is that
Yes.
what?
And then once they're gone, they're gone. You can't heal them back, I don't think.
Nope.
You heal your normal hit points.
That's correct. This should be. Let's go 15 seconds. All right. Then
Advantage on
we
wisdom
got locked into a advantage on wisdom saves. Immune to frightened. Immune to poison. Something like that. Then we all got escorted by Deacon or the Can into his panic room, where we kind of hung out and waited and to see what was going on up on deck. And then the Can opened the door and told us that we should help fight if we can, because we were being assailed by people who were on the deck. And so a number of us got some weapons. We weren't able to run back to our rooms and get stuff because there wasn't enough time. So we ran up on deck and we see the captain by his lonesome fighting what looks to be a series of dark, shadowy type creatures with one odd-looking dude at the very end. Also of note, the entire day seems to have gone to nighttime in the span of whatever we were down there for.
So when you
An unusual darkness.
unusual darkness. So I'll read the intro thing that I read last week.
Okay. Is there any music possible?
It will be soon. As you climb to the top of the deck, the previously calm ocean now churns and heaves, the sky now a darkened silvery grey. The horizon where the sun was setting is now obscured by the enveloping grey darkness. Looking around the deck, you see Captain Lowe engaged in combat with a number of combatants. Bravely he strikes one down in a twisting motion, revealing a number of wounds on his front and arm. Deacon turns to you. Fight bravely, and the net will be ours. See his skin take a rough tree-like appearance, and he runs off into the fray. And so you'll recall there was the family of elves, half-elves, the pregnant wife, little girl, and the father. What are they called again? Let me just get their names. The dad was Slivar. Mum was Aura, and the daughter was Zanril. And they were travelling to Waterdeep, their first family holiday, and they're going to go visit Slivar's uncle, Darylin.
Sorry, say that again. I did not hear that bit.
They were travelling to Waterdeep, meet Slivar's uncle, Darylin.
All right, I'll write that down.
There was the cloaked lady, Wallacea, and you'll remember she confronted the captain. She was coming up to fight with you guys.
She mentioned the location Daggerford.
Yeah, she mentioned Daggerford and the lady Mycera, and her and the captain
lady what?
agreed. The Mycera, her and the captain agreed to discuss it further later. And then there was Murdon Wildfinger, who was the halfling wizard, and he wasn't able to help fight. He didn't want to help fight. And you recall that Thekin turned the family of half-elves and Murdon into... He cast some kind of spell, and they took a gaseous form, and he told them to go wait above the crow's nest until the danger had passed. Ringing bells?
Yes.
And Spooky Woman jumped over the edge of the boat after killing one
Yeah,
of the
so-
shadow creatures.
Hooded female looks around the scene ahead of her and back at the rest of the crew, and then you see a large dark hand of energy blast out of her hand towards the nearest attacker, knocks it over. She runs to the edge of the boat and dives overboard, and as she's sort of mid-air, these like black tendrils come up out of the water, grab her, envelop her, and she's gone. Now, like you all roll initiative.
Alright, I'm gonna bring the initiative cover.
Diggity dog.
Oh no. That's not good.
Great.
Didn't
Everybody.
have me.
Oh, and Ramrod.
But I actually
just-
got 6.
Okay, for Ramrod.
Why didn't I get that roll the first time?
Ooh.
Oh, you know, I just realised I added 19 temporary hit points because I thought that's what I rolled.
Alright.
Aw.
Nope, just everybody
So
else.
these guys.
Yeah.
Thekin is going to run.
Hey,
He's
DM,
not-
what are we doing with Ramrod? Sorry? Who's running him? Is he in the
Ramrod?
fight?
Yeah, well, we can keep him in the fight. It's fine. Does someone want to run Ramrod? I think you all have access to him.
He's hopping mad.
No, we only can see him. We can't edit.
Oh, yep. Yep. Who wants to do it? And I'm going to assign him to you.
Oh, yay.
Being the most
Alright.
experienced of D&D players of all of us. Don't look at the bio and info because Isaac's got his stuff in there, but
Yeah.
um,
Sure. I mean, we started playing D&D at literally the same time, but sure.
but you have a second session.
Yeah, not anymore. But yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened to the second session? Oh, everybody got TPK, didn't they?
Death.
No. I decided it wasn't for me anymore.
Just Ian got to.
I have broken my DM's heart. Sure, he'll be a bit salty about that for some.
Oh.
Alright.
Cool. Ramrod.
Right.
Initiative for Ramrod.
Oh yeah, which one is he? Oh, he's that one there.
Bottom
yeah.
one.
Down the bottom there. Right, the meaty part of the curve. Oh, alright. So, I'd like you all to start with a dexterity check.
Dex check.
Let's check.
First one was for Ramrod.
Ooh. Right. Waves of the boat is starting to get, it was calm and beautiful, but it's starting to get a bit choppy. And Graham, you both, as you're on deck and you're sort of trying to, both fall prone. Your sea legs briefly give way.
What is boat?
Not a good start. Not a good start, guys. Thekin, he's not in initiative. He's going to be an NPC, non-initiative, ornamental type guy. He's going to run to this guy here and engage him. These shadows, let's see.
Why is Bob not... Didn't Bob get 22 as well?
No, I did. I had to do a second roll because I didn't select him the first time. And I got a 4.
So the first one was a
time,
6.
plus 2.
Oh, I see. Sorry, yeah, I didn't see that.
I know, we were all a bit upset. It really is Bob a pain in this first
I went from a nat 20 to a nat 1 on the next roll.
And this top one is going to strike Bob.
With advantage.
Advantage, so it's going to be an 18.
I'm sure that hits.
Probably
Yes.
does with your AC of 13. And that's going to be strength drain. Haha. This sort of, you look around and you see this figure. It's sort of hard to make out in the impending darkness come towards you. And it's sort of a humanoid figure about sort of normal humanoid size. It doesn't have a face, it just has this black sort of appearance. You can't make out any discernible features, and as it approaches you, out of its side a shadowy arm sort of without a hand sort of comes and just vroom, like clams whacking down on your prone form.
So do
You
you roll the
take-
d4 or do I?
You can roll a d4. You engaged, so 6 points of damage.
And then that
And-
one's continue. On
and
good
you
time this
take-
time.
And off of your strength score. If you just
take
take note of what
6.
your base strength is though, so you don't lose it all. Or just take note of what you're taking off the side, so you drop it down. And this one here is going to Graham, you're not down. You're up the top there, aren't you? Just zoom in a bit. Ramrod.
Can you just move Ramrod up one spot because he can add his proficiency bonus to his initiative.
Oh, yep. Like that.
Yep, thank you.
Cool. And the bottom shadow sort of just doesn't really take its arm out to make it swarm. It just sort of smashes forward. It's throwing its body into Ramrod's, and I think that misses us. But Ramrod,
4 misses, yeah.
Ramrod sort of hops back and sort of dodges it. Graham, you're up.
Subi? Mike?
Back. Muted.
But you're not muted in Discord, so I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Microphone plugged in.
Nope.
Give us a mic check.
Oh.
No, let's don't.
What about
don't.
now?
Oh, there.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Later.
Wait, what? Mike, we can't hear you.
You're going again.
I can hear movement.
What about now?
There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I was using the Bluetooth headphones, and I don't know. I guess they weren't working.
Yeah. Technology fails.
Yeah. Anyway, what I said when you said I was up, I said, well, not really. Graham's prone. So he's going to use half his movement to get up. How much movement do I have? 25. And then he's going to go. Oh, hang on. Graham wouldn't know if what's his name's prone. I wouldn't be able to flank, right?
You can't flank, but
Yeah,
you wouldn't get the
he wouldn't know
flanking
that. Graham wouldn't know that anyway.
Yeah.
He's
Bob-
actually
but
just
when-
surprised to find himself on the ground. So
Bob were to stand up, then
yeah, Graham wouldn't
he
know
would
that.
he would
He's
get
just-
the flanking bonus. Yeah.
He's just going to jump up and just start attacking. He's not a seasoned fighter
Nope.
by any means. So he's just going to start flailing. Yeah.
The hit.
Not a good roll.
And you meet, like, you sort of stand up, and as you're flailing, first flail hits, and you feel the shadow has some body behind it. Like there's something there. It's not just this shadowy thing on the ground. There's something there that can hit, and it's tangible. And you hit it hard. It doesn't seem to do as much damage as you, or any real damage. You could feel that you hit something, and it's sort of like it moves. It doesn't really make any noise. It just
It feels satisfying to Graham to
Yeah.
have hit something hard, so he's
Yeah.
going to go again with a roundhouse.
14 is a hit.
You get 2 unarmed strikes on the first.
So, I believe, yeah, you can roll. When you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon, you can make one armed strike as a bonus action. One unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Really?
Part of his martial arts.
Yes, that.
Ah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Punch. Alright, so the 14 hits and 7. Again, like this one, you feel like, oh yeah,
Supremely satisfying.
meaty part as your foot swings. You sort of, because the deck's getting a little bit wet, you get that real flick around on the bottom foot, on the ball of your foot on the deck, and it hits. Again, seems to hit. But sort of just.
Graham's aiming as high as he possibly can, so he hits where this thing's ankles probably are.
No, they're not. They're not too big.
Okay.
And I mean, you feel like you've done a satisfying amount of damage, but this still doesn't seem to have affected it that much. Ramrod,
Graham's
there's
feeling pretty chuffed.
anything
right
else
now.
you want to do? It's engaged with Bob, so you are able to move without an attack of opportunity.
Graham's quite happy where he is right now. He doesn't really want to, go out into the open. He might just move there. Hang on, no, he's going to stay there.
So you,
No, he's going to stay there.
Is that right? He can move without incurring an attack of opportunity because he's engaged.
that's right, isn't it, Ian?
No,
What's
I
that?
don't think so.
No.
All right.
I thought attack of opportunity happened regardless.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it happens regardless.
Yeah, so he's just going to stay where he is.
Now we've got a whole lot of Ian, Ramrod, then Iris.
Oh, that'll be simple. So Ramrod looks at the shadowy creature in front of him. You back, vile creature! And he's going to use his guiding bolt. Point blank range against the creature, dealing. What? Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Second.
Hold on a
Yes.
second. No, it's supposed to be
Right.
radiant damage. Because it says 46 radiant. So why is necrotic coming up?
Inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds.
It's the wrong attack.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Guiding bolt.
You've been on leave too long.
Yeah, I've been on leave too long. Oh, ignore the extra stuff. Untick some boxes.
Untick some boxes.
Yeah.
So
it's just a 14 to hit.
15 hits.
So he takes 10 points of radiant damage, or 20 if he's susceptible to radiant.
Yeah.
He's vulnerable to radiant. He takes
He's
20
vulnerable
points.
to radiant. It's almost like you've seen these things before. Ramrod, bolt comes flying in. It's quite close, so you don't actually. You just see this flash of light out of the corner of your eyes. Zom, it just, and it stops inside the shadowy beast in front of you, and it seems to disappear, and then just disappears.
Alright. Ramrod is then going to... How high are these steps up here? Or how high is this? How high is this up
The
here?
spot there would be 5, 10, 15, probably 20 foot up.
20 feet up?
Yeah.
Hold on, I just want to see. He can rabbit hop. Bonus action, jump a number of times equal to 5 times my proficiency bonus, which is currently only 10 feet, so that's not that great. So he's just going to...
I mean, you could probably jump to this bit here would be...
He's
The
going to
steps.
jump here, onto the steps.
You could do that.
And try and just get an overarching view of, where everybody is and what's going on. And can he see the guy at the front of the boat? What's he doing?
He's just standing there, just sort of watching.
He's just standing there watching. Alright. That's it for Ramrod.
Iris,
Iris
ready
is-
to...
Iris
Just remember,
is going to...
You guys got short swords.
I thought we got long swords.
Long swords, sorry. Long swords.
Yes.
Long swords.
Short sword would have been good for Iris. So, because she's got a long sword, she grabs it with both hands and she just kind of hits it, and it's just going and make a very wild, very uncoordinated attack against the creature here. A 12.
As you're swinging it down, you see the shadow just hits this substance within the shadow, and it sort of cleaves down, and you see, like kind of flinch a little bit to your hit.
So it dealt damage?
It deals damage, and you kind of comes back up. But it's sort
And
of
she just kind of like, I got it. Alright. And that's it for her. She's just going to stand there and, yeah.
Zom, so upon seeing Ramrod, he's going to say, "Why, you are a nasty little one, aren't you? Very good, very good." And he moves up to here, and I'm going to poison spray on this thing.
Poison spray. Nice.
Which is a DC 12 Constitution save.
Okay, it is going to make a Constitution saving throw. Wait,
Okay.
20 seems to probably make that.
Yep. So I think you take half of
Poison.
1d12. Yeah. Oh, which is, I'm guessing
rolled
that's the 11. Yep.
Yep. And then I may or may not have immunity. Poison damage.
What does it look like to Zom?
Did it look like it flinched or was affected in any way?
Not really.
Well, bother.
Did it come out of your trunk or your mouth?
No, it flies. It comes out of my hand, I think. Yeah, you
Yeah.
stick your hand. Yeah, yeah.
Feel free to change that to his trunk, because that would...
I could.
I like to think that the poison poison kind of secretes from your hand and then you just kind of throw it.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Spider-Man sort of
Yeah.
poison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poison Man.
Anything else you'd like to do? Bob, get ready to go.
No. That's it.
That's it. Okay.
Or because that's full action, doing the poison spray.
Move,
So
move
yeah,
poison spray. Yep, cool.
yep.
Goat man, what are you going to do?
So Bob's gonna sort of look down at the longsword he brought up as he gets up and sort of like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm even doing that anyway. Just gonna look at the shadowy thing and be like, yeah, no, I didn't sign on for this. I'm not sure how this works, wherever it is. I can do jumpy things too. And Bob's gonna cop the attack of opportunity and basically try and go there or there or jump
Okay,
away.
so whenever you make a high or long jump, you can roll a d8 and add that to the number rolled, the number of feet you cover, even when attempting a standing jump.
I don't know if that counts as height-wise, but I've got my goatee boy legs, so whether I sort of
Extra distance.
take a step and
What's this
then
high jump?
try and jump up either up to where the steering wheel is, or
So
Bob would have a good idea of how far he could jump, so wherever you say I can.
So what's your strength modifier at the moment? Keeping in mind you lost some strength.
-1 or 2. Where's the fucking window? No, it's still just -1. I'm on a whole 8.
So or you leap
And
to
I
the
can roll
air
a
number
whole
of
2.
feet equal to your strength 3 plus your strength modifier. So
That's shit.
I don't know, I was
Oh.
just hoping I could
We-
basically jump up onto the stairs and put some distance and
No,
take
I
the
feel
attack
like-
of opportunity.
I mean, every distance in this game is covered by units of 5 feet. So to add 2 feet onto anything seems dumb.
oh,
It's useless.
Yeah.
Or we can just ignore that and I back away into the corner as far as I can.
yeah, you can. I'll let you do that, seeing as your strength is still learning. Have a mulligan on the jumpy thing.
Actually, jumping an extra 2 feet would be fucking amazing, though.
If it was a
Yeah.
vertical jump, yeah. So am I
So the
staying on
attack-
deck and just
attack
backing
op-
up over here, or am I going up here or up here?
You wouldn't be able to jump up to here or here. The number of feet you can jump is your. You make a high jump. The number. I'll just put it in the chat.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, I can either jump up onto this box, or I can jump onto this ledge 8 feet up.
Yeah, the
I'm
thing
not quite sure yet.
the thing I saw on the other day was elephants have a strength modifier of +4, therefore the elephant can jump 9 feet in the air. Cats have a strength modifier of -3, therefore a cat can't jump.
I saw that. Yep. So there's the jump rule. So I think
I'll just ignore that. I'll go over here somewhere. I'm assuming there's sort of an underneathy bit or a.
there's 5 foot underneath here. You can kind of tell where the deck.
So I'm just
This-
backing up against the wall. Or hang on, I got
Yep.
1,
Of
2,
opportunity.
3, probably about there. 5 to get up.
14.
5. 14 is more than my armor class.
You're
Yes,
trying
it
to
is.
sneak away. Or your D4 as well.
3. Now apparently I'm resistant to my magical damage,
What?
being a goatee boy. Advantage. Okay, never mind.
I was gonna say resistance.
Well, it says magic resistance, so I just read the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Alright, so I've done that. And then
7 points of damage.
take off my 7. Oh, fuck, that didn't work. Sorry. Bear with. Got too many windows open with the recording going. So then he's going to reach into his pocket and pull out his baseball, because at least he's familiar with that, and he's going to sort of do a little nod, wind up the pitch, and as he lets go of the ball, you see this spark of green energy, and it flies forward and hopefully hits. Take one off the attack, but I think that still hits.
Yep, it is. And as you throw the ball, it hits the shadow. And it sort of, it's quite low. As you're throwing it, it kind of goes, sort of a slider. Hits it and it sort of falls forward.
And Bob's just going to be like looking at that and then looking at his hand and being like, What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? And that's his turn.
You see out of the corner of your eye a thin, wispy cloud, unnatural and cautiously emerging from the cracks on the deck. Slowly waits, laying low, sort of in this area here.
Sorry, did you say that was Zom that saw that?
Tom sees this here. When suddenly, a burst of speed up to the crow's nest it flies. You recognise this as the family of half-elves and Murdon in their gaseous form that Thekin turned them into. When this is the family of half-elves fleeing to safety, your eyes instinctively follow it. Just as the cloud nears the crow nest, you see a bolt of energy hit it. A bolt of energy originates from the front of the boat. Him. You presume it's come from the leader of the assault. An instant, the cloud retakes the form of the family. They fall from Murdon as well. You see him alive. You see their eyes open. You hear the screams as they take this human form again, probably, 20, 30 feet up in the air.
That was not what I meant to do.
And they fall with a wet crash. See them hit the deck. Your senses tell you that there is a single way they could have survived that fall. Dexterity saving throws, please.
Dexterity saving throws?
Dexterity saving flows.
Dexterity saving throws. Well, that's not good.
This is saves, not the checks for the waves.
Hold
Uh,
on.
no, but-
hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I'm guessing I
wouldn't say-
failed a dexterity save.
Yep.
So that's an extra 1 onto Ramrod's. So his is an 8.
So the deck of the manatee is now slippery with water, and it's becoming trickier to stand on. And Iris and Ramrod both just slip over on the slickness as they're trying to maintain their balance as everything's going on. They're just Ramrod on as he sort of lands on the stairs. He slips. As Iris sort of rushes forward, not being too familiar with the weight of the longsword, just sort of as she swings and lands on the deck, both prone. Someone want to make a nature check? Be Bob, seeing as you're underneath there. Who would have it? Ramrod, you've got a pretty good view of the ocean. Make a DC.
Ramrod's nature. Alright.
Check. Waves seem to be organising. They don't look entirely natural anymore.
They're unionizing! Everyone get ready!
Don't tell Bezo.
Alright.
Remove yourself from nearby me.
The shadow, this one here, Tom is going to, you just feel, move towards you, then you just feel this overwhelming into your back. Not sure what it is, but just this weight just crashes into your back. 18 hits, 6 points of damage, and you suddenly feel weaker. Almost as if this thing is taking your strength from you. This one here is going to... Iris, it's going to swing for you. The arm...
And 11
swinging around.
misses!
It misses.
My AC of 12 still holds.
Hang on.
You're up.
Hang on, what? Were you... No, hold on, I have something here that can make it hit.
No, no. I'm just going to use a reaction to attack him.
I
you
like
got
that.
I can't really. No, it's not worth it.
What were you going to use? Just so we're aware of things you can do. This is a
Oh,
to know your characters and all the rest of the party's attacking stuff kind of session. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Gee.
Gary doesn't have any melee weapons.
Well, no, that's your fists.
Yeah, but he knows they're not doing anything good.
He's
I've got two
giving up the
crowbars.
fight. He's
Yeah, I
giving
know.
up the fight already.
Monk's doubting himself.
Alright,
Well, if
Graham,
he doesn't
you're up.
have any powers, maybe I don't have any powers.
From the Order of Eternal Doubt.
Cool.
To go under,
Um,
you must first go over.
So,
Hey, Simon, quickly, in the turn order, I can only see my name. Is that the same for everyone else?
Yeah.
I can see Zom.
I can see my name. Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
only
he's-
see mine, Ramrod's names. Yeah,
Because it might
we're-
be a secret.
Well, no, it's because we don't have access to each other's characters.
Yeah,
Uh,
secrets.
Really? That seems a really odd way to do turn order.
Like
It
on
is,
the on
it
the
is.
other game, because we could see sort of the front page and the picture
Sure.
of the character, we could see each other's names when we were playing Cabbage Fodder.
I mean, I can make it so you can all see each other's stuff, but don't go peeking in stories and stuff like that.
No. We don't need to see who's
No.
who. I mean, I can see the
We got
characters.
pictures.
Yeah, we got pictures.
We can't read.
Sorry, Mr. Phil needs. He needs words written down in order to see who's where.
Well, that's not what I was pointing out. I was just pointing out that I couldn't see anyone else's name. I didn't realise how attached to everything else it was. So if it requires turning everything else on, we can leave it off.
Good. All in favor? Good. Everyone's happy.
Dirty rules.
oh,
Alright.
Just like write it on the screen.
Graham's only going to do what he knows best. So,
Don't know how to.
going to go over here.
No.
Behind the,
Mysterious
yeah.
creature.
And he is just going to lay into this thing again. As is his wont.
Oh, he's flanked now. Oh, yes, because Zom's standing, so he'd be flanked. Correct?
No.
Flanked.
Zom is not engaged against that creature.
Okay.
Is he?
Don't know.
No, this one here attacked him.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, that's
the
a miss.
10 misses. So you try and think that if you run to the other side, I mean, that's the back of the creature. You saw it lash out, Iris. As you run to the other side, you kind of sense that this might just be able to see all around. Probably doesn't have a front or a back. As you whack, misses.
Just quickly, also, doesn't flanking actually the what's her name, Iris? Isn't that also going to be flanked?
He's
Didn't
prone
we
though.
Oh, really? Is that what the snail means?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've just said, yeah, she's prone. She's snail-like.
Have you? Got
I know they
snail?
should really update these symbols for. Oh, there we go. She's got a
Oh,
bad
it's-
back.
Can't see the snail. Interesting.
Maybe she's carrying a claymore on her back and it's in the process of detonating.
Could just be
That
arrows
does
in the
seem
back.
much more likely.
She's not. Graham.
She's actually like a Stegosaurus or whatever it is. That's just her.
A Spinosaurus.
Yeah. Well,
Done?
I assume that 21 is a hit. That's another bludgeoning.
21 is a hit, and this time
Oh,
you think, okay, well, you missed the first time. Second time around, I'm going to get him, and yeah, you feel something when you swing your foot around. Right.
Sorry?
It's time for Mega Ian turn.
Okay. Ramrod is going to look down at the people who are fighting the shadows, and he's going to see that Iris has just taken just missed a blow, but Zom's looking like he's taken a big one. So Ramrod's going to twitch his whiskers, stick his hand out, twist his hand, and cast Sacred Flame on the shadow. So it's
Guys.
a DC.
You guys taking the health off of yourselves, or do you want me to be doing that?
No,
the temporary
we
hit
can
points
take
are
that.
going off.
Yeah, I'm still using
Oh,
temporary
because you're
points.
using a temporary hit points.
I
yes.
haven't lost any temporary hit points yet, so
I get it. I get it now. I see.
DC 13 Dex save for the shadow fighting Zong.
Dex saving through
Yep.
17.
So 13 succeeds. So I don't think it takes anything. Let me just double check. Sacred Flame, I'm pretty sure.
Well, it was a good campaign. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Yep, that's it. No, that's all. That's all it can do.
That's all Ramrod's doing.
That's all Ramrod's doing.
Iris,
Iris
prone.
is. Yeah, she's going to spend 5. She's. Sorry. Yeah. I guess I'll take off the. They're going to spend their half their movement to stand up. Iris isn't going to go anywhere. She's just going to look at the shadow that just attacked her, and drop the sword. Just look at this, and just stick out her hand and just Eldritch Blast the creature. 16 to hit. Oh, I guess it's now flanked of 25.
Hit,
6
by the
points
way.
of force damage.
She plays baseball too.
And then she's going to bonus action use her flame breath.
Hmm.
And I actually don't know potion 5. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
No. So the creature takes 4d6 points of fire damage.
How do you want to destroy it?
She's just like she's gonna stick out her hand, cast Eldritch Blast as she sees the hole that is now reforming with the shadow. She's just going to like make sure that Bob is not in the Graham's not in the line of fire, and then just exhale the potion that she ingested before coming up to the deck. And she just right into its face, and just until it's she just unleashes it until it's just melted away into shadow.
The flame, as your sort of fire just hits its face, or where its face would presumably be, immediately just appears.
Yeah, and then she's just going to take a step, look at Graham, and say, "2 more to go." That's it.
Mizom, you're up. Bob, get ready.
You all show very good talent. I thoroughly enjoy this. You little one, talking to Ramrod. Very good, very good. And I'm going to move to there, and then from there I'm going to strike. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to move just to there and strike the shadow with. I don't actually have a sword, I got the spear.
You got a spear?
I got the spear instead of the sword.
Was that an option?
That's what you offered
No.
last week.
No. Short sword was what you got offered last week.
It was
I would've been using
long
the
sword
spear.
or
Long sword.
wand of
Long sword.
magic missiles.
You guys had
Oh,
long
you
swords
didn't show us.
offered.
You sure?
You
I
may have had a spear,
thought
but you had
so.
to surrender it when we got on the boat.
I would have had a spear if that was the case.
You were offered long swords.
Yeah, that's what I
Alright,
thought.
in
I
that
didn't take
case, no. In that case, let me add a longsword because I didn't.
I've got a -1 to strength, so if I didn't have to use a longsword, I probably wouldn't have taken one.
There was a wand of magic missiles on offer.
Hang on. I can attack with two-handed because I'm not using a shield.
You don't have a shield or anything.
See. Oh, I've been merrily talking away on mute.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I keep talking because I've got a push to talk. I keep talking without pressing the button. So yeah, no, that's a miss. So no, there's not much else I can do there. Oh, bother. Actually, I've also got guidance, which I noticed just before. Can I won't use it this time, but that's just a cantrip that can be used anytime, I think, isn't it?
To buff checks or ability. I think it's just checks, actually. Yeah. So I don't know how useful that is in combat.
Ah, yes, ability. Yeah, okay. It's one ability check of its choice. Okay, no, fair enough then. Yep, cool.
And takes your whole action.
Yep. Yeah, which if you're out of combat doesn't matter.
sorry, something has come to light.
Point of order made. Zom,
Yeah.
when you boarded the ship, did you surrender magic foci as you were asked to?
Magic what?
Your focus, your magic
The
focus.
focus, the thing that
The
lets you
item that
cast
allows you to cast spells.
Like Festerwood fungal stave.
So you had everyone except for I think a sorcerer have a magic focus basically. All right, DM, Ian.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure everything that casts magic has a type of magic focus. So clerics, warlocks, paladins, all of them have a magic focus, and it's what they use to channel their
Bob's like,
channel their spells.
I
Which is
surrendered
why
all my
when you-
weapons, and has a nice
Yeah,
shiny
which is
ring
why
on his
when we
finger.
came on
Oh,
when we came on the ship, and you asked, I believe Ramrod definitely would have.
Ramrod definitely did. I don't think Ches would have.
I gave up the rod of the pack keeper, but I kept the ring.
You kept the ring though,
Correct, which is
so
my focus.
you would be able to cast your spells still because you wouldn't have surrendered it.
And I gave up my weapons, but not any magic weapons.
So it's just Ramrod that aren't cast. Zom, what's Zom's focus?
yeah. So I've got druidic focus. I didn't notice it before, but yeah,
So what is the druidic focus? Just that's your.
I don't know. It says druidic focus. It says, it's equipped. That's it.
Yeah. So it's a mossy rock that you keep in your pocket that you know is the focus of your magic. Would you have surrendered it when Captain Ian Lowe asked you to?
I mean, if you're asking now, no.
Or I'm asking. Excuse me. last Tuesday.
We only
Well,
got
if I
asked to
didn't-
surrender our weapons, and
Yeah, if
Zom
it
gave up
wasn't,
his
He
spears.
said to
No.
surrender weapons and magic focus.
it is.
Yeah, I do recall that.
I probably would have then.
You probably would have given up your mossy stone.
Probably.
No spellcasting for you. Spellcasting for Iris.
Boom.
So
Oh no,
my,
Iris
my-
can cast
my spell didn't even work anyway. My poison
Ramrod
spray.
cannot. Ramrod cannot.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's
Right.
why.
There you go. That's why. Yes, yes.
You've lost your rocks. You got your
He's
rocks.
he's just throwing sweat off his hand at the creature.
Now hang on. That definitely would have hit.
It's just like mossy. It's just like mouldy cheese from Dinner's Hill.
It's just your sweat just bounces off and like they're immune to poison, everyone.
So Zom,
Why is it
Uh,
green?
want to use your longsword that you were gifted? But you were given often a choice of a longsword or a wand of magic missiles. They were the two choices that you can offer.
Oh,
to your
right.
friend
Okay.
and
No,
advisor.
no. I still probably would have taken the long sword. I think. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I took the long sword now anyway. So. And I missed with it.
Missed. Yep. Cool.
And cursed myself.
Anything else?
Fool! Hit
You are
anything.
Actual curse on
Couldn't hit the
himself.
side of a barn. No, I'm talking to myself.
Bob's gonna be
You're mute.
patting his pockets. Oh shit! I don't have any more bowls. Oh, Iris looked like she did it. Maybe it's magic, so he just goes through the motion and attempts to throw another baseball at that one. Do.
I was gonna
21.
say baseball.
Much to your surprise, a blast of energy just falls down in it. See the shadow just recoil and
Oops,
bounce
wrong
back.
button. For 7.
And it hits, and it seems to do too
Fucking
bad.
magic.
Iris just like looks over at Bob and just kind of gives him this kind of weird side eye.
Hang on a second. Oh, sorry. Bob, anything else you want to do?
I don't think so.
Cool.
Oh wait, hang on. Nah, 30. That's not going to be 35 feet of movement. I want to run away, but I don't think I can, so I'm still just sort of backed into this corner going, shit.
The figure at the front of the boat. Bob, you notice this. The figure at the front of the boat pulls out a scroll, his sort of side bag, and he reads over it and he looks at it and studies at it, and then you have a sudden awareness that he is staring straight at you. Then you look at him and he goes back to the scroll. You
He's
see that
reading,
he is
guys.
now he is staring straight at Zom. He looks back down at the scroll. He's staring straight at Ramrod. And you're not quite sure what it means.
Ooh, he's not looking
Do-
at me.
Suddenly sense
Never trust these reading fuckers.
More shadow.
No, there's more.
shadows appear.
Nah,
God.
Can you
one's
all
inside the wall. Behind me.
can you all roll a
D100.
a strength dexterity saving throw, please?
You're gonna kill Bob. He's only got 5 strength points left. You'll kill Bob already.
Shit.
The manatee's now sort of heaving back and forth with the waves. Can you do a nature check, Zom?
Zom, yep. Oh, fuck.
Everything's
The waves are big. You flat. It's wet. It's now sort of pretty big. And you saw the figures rush to Thekin, emerge around Thekin as well. These guys here. And as he sort of sees them appear, you notice that the deck erupts as just after Thekin sort of looks around. This eruption of deck happens around him. It doesn't look like the deck breaks. It's sort of the planks change shape and erupt around him in a sort of a circle like that around him, and then a shimmering wall of energy envelops him and the surrounding area. See that these enemies around him are now sort of encapsulated in this wave of energy that he put out. You see him, like, he gets beaten down. He's giving it back to them. He's fighting. See some spells launching. He's holding his own against 3 of these figures, basically. But he's now sort of like in this shimmering dome of energy, and all the deck around him is all rough and sort of difficult to maneuver around, you would think. And shadows are going to do some beating now, actually.
God damn it.
Hang on, let me just get rid of that. So, Bob, there's going to be 2 attacks on you.
So am I prone from failing the dex save?
Second one hits.
Well, if I'm... Oh, hang on.
I'm mute.
If I failed the dex save, I assume I'm prone. So when I see the
Correct.
first one coming as the crit, I'm going to be like, oh fuck, I wish this didn't happen. And
Oh, our first crit.
how do you do spells? Fucking, here we go. Bloop.
You see the shadow. You sense that it has like absolutely no emotion, and it just automatically. But just as, what are you going to say to it?
What am I going to say? Oh, well, I said before. Oh fuck, I wish this didn't happen. Or do you have to
And
actually
then it
say
just
something?
goes. That's the thing you've said to it. That sort of flicks back. It's motionless in this response. Who are you going to choose the creature that you give advantage on its next attack ability roll or saving throw to?
Did you re-roll the attack to make it miss?
Oh,
It's a
rerolls the
re-roll,
attack.
doesn't impose. And it still fucking hits anyway, so... Had to try.
So that's going to be 6 from the first one, 8 from the second one,
Oh.
2d4
Yeah,
minus your
this
strength.
is the more... Alright, Bob's down to 2 strength.
And then here, this one here, and this one here are all going to make 2 attacks on Zom. I'll do these 2 first. They're the top 2. 1, 2. Miss. And the bottom one is going to attack Graham.
No.
Misses, and then there's
Yes.
two attacks on Ramrod.
An attack on Ramrod, you said?
Two attacks on Ramrod.
All right,
There's
he's
one
going to use.
hit and 1 miss.
All right, he's going to use. He's got shield, so he's going to use that.
The spell shield. Yep. All right. So they both miss. Or up.
Graham moves. He's trying to see what's going on. Can he see this guy at all? Knowing
Which
that Graham, the dude on the prow of the
The
ship,
prow. Yeah, I mean you can see him from there.
Graham's pretty short. So
Yeah, I mean it's not easy for you to see him, but you can kind of bring your neck around and.
what's he doing? Is he focusing on anyone in particular? What's he?
He's just watching, really, doing anything.
Graham's gonna. He's thinking, what the hell? I can't do anything to these guys. Got this weird stick. See what this does. And oops. Just tries to fling a missile this
And
guy's way.
Which guy?
The dude on the prow.
Big guy.
Yeah. Because it appears that everything's coming from this guy, whatever he's doing, so.
Bring him up. Yeah.
To hit? Yes. Jeez. Well, this thing's no good. Puts it back in his pocket. Shit.
Doesn't magic missile auto hit, or is it a range question?
No,
No
auto
idea.
hits.
What's that?
Magic missile auto hits.
That does it.
Yep.
That was.
The DM is
What does
shaking
it?
his head, not in this world.
Well, oh, maybe it hits, but
It just deflects off.
it does. It does. You don't notice it really do anything to him.
Yeah. Passes by harmlessly. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
Alright.
sorry, the magic missiles didn't hit?
No. Apparently not.
Okay, fine. It hits him, and he just sort of.
Meh.
Wait, who are you aiming at? Were you aiming at this guy here?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Okay.
That's acceptable.
Ah, I don't know, Potsy. Does this train go off the tracks at all?
So,
Anyway.
I mean, hey, so you fire. Oh, we'll backtrack. I just was reading then. Did some thinking on the fly. You fire them. 3 magic missiles. Boom, boom. See him?
Were you about to say a shield comes up and they just bounce harmlessly off?
They hit him.
Okay.
Like he. It's basically like a mosquito biting him.
He's
Okay.
immune to magic, bludgeoning, magic weapons, piercing, fire.
Graham's like, well, this is no good. No, he doesn't snap it. He puts it back in his pocket. Shit. And now.
We put our bag of holding over the guy at the end of the prow's head, and then
Thank you, Ches.
And that's about. Oh, he's going to move here. That's about it. The little Graham. Actually, no. He's going to. Oh, I don't know if he can. Can he do this?
Who are you going to do that to?
Captain.
Captain?
Yeah.
30 feet?
He's a bit further than. Oh, Beacon.
Yeah, Beacon.
Hang
Oh,
on,
it's
let me
Beacon.
just check one
Oh,
thing.
Captain. Hang on, is this the captain over here?
Yeah.
Captain's way out near the front there.
Ah, right. Yeah, it's Beacon.
Captain's taking a long bloody time with that one
Yes.
enemy.
You can. Well, they keep spawning near him basically. You can talk to Thekin, yes.
Yep. So he's going to say,
Yeah, it's written by me.
can we kill these? And he's just going to I think that's about it. He does know Deacon's name, right? Yeah. Deacon, it's Graham. How can we kill these?
I have no idea. This fight is not like anything I have seen before. Well, Graham.
I don't think it's a two-way thing.
No.
I think it's a one-way.
Well, no, that's Deacon shouting.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah. Okay.
I all heard it. Shouting.
Maybe you can. Maybe this is it's hard to tell.
No, it doesn't. I
You can.
don't think it does.
It's a one-way thing.
Otherwise, it would have been you can communicate telepathically.
It has been decreed it is a one-way thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, it is the message spell.
Yeah.
Double Ian.
Ramrod is going to say, looks like we're in a bit of a pickle here. He's got no spell slots left for his level 1s, so he is going to bounce down here. He's going to do his jump down here.
Do attacks of opportunity.
Not his his rabbit hop, so he's going to bonus action that, so you can use it a number of times. What is it? Without provoking opportunity attacks. So he's going to do that opportunity attack.
That he gets two, or he's able to avoid them?
Yeah, he avoids them. Yeah. And then he's going to cast. What is he going to cast? Sacred Flame didn't really work last time. But that will have to do because he doesn't have.
He doesn't have his magic focus, as we discussed.
No, he doesn't.
Would magic focus
sorry.
only... would that affect cantrips as well?
Or only spell slot spells?
So he's going to attack this one here.
Yeah.
It would be spell slot spells. So any spell that you cast, it wouldn't be like abilities.
Cantrips are a spell.
Yeah. Unless there's a thing that says requiring no material components or things like that. Usually they are just innate.
Like in the components section on the spell card, it doesn't have anything. Alright.
Yeah. Verbal somatic material. So if it's just verbal, he could probably do it without that. But I think anything that requires material can be done through the focus. So
I probably could have done my poison spray before. Sorry, I'm keep interrupting.
That's fine. So how do you do crits, DM Pots?
Ooh. So down the bottom, underneath our photo, so you can do, if we look at let me just bring up the rules page on the keep thing.
Double damage or a D100 random table. From
So if you want to do the D100, you just click the button down there.
the CHW.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, push the button. You can take it back now.
No. Well, yeah, it says all enemies have you can choose to gain advantage on all attacks.
True.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do that because that's basically the barbarian's reckless attack, and we're level 1 and still pretty squishy, so I don't really want to do that with Isaac's character at the moment. So I'm just going to take the 21 and deal the 11 points of damage.
On this guy here?
Yep.
And what type of is with your longsword?
Long sword, so I guess it's only half damage.
Bringing the sword down, and it connects with something. Cuts through the shadow, develops around the shadow around it.
Okay. That's it for him. Iris is going to move to this spot here, and she's just going to. Oh no, that's moving out of. So she's going to stay here because she doesn't want to take an attack of opportunity. She's just going to use Eldritch Blast against this guy down here. That's not good.
It's not hit.
And because that didn't work, she's going to turn around and she's just going to like belch out another
Bonus
bit
action. Spit.
bonus action. Yeah, spit.
Bonus action for spit.
Like Zach De La Rocha, she be spitting fire. So 17 points
On
of
save.
fire damage. Is it a con save? No, it's a deck save.
Save. Well, that's a crit fail.
So 17 points of fire damage.
That was this middle one here. Go on.
The one north of Zone.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah. So control Z. Or not.
There we go. Iris is done. Zom is your turn.
I huff and puff, and I would like to blow with my trunk this one to the north, if I can do that.
Puff and blow with your trunk. If you were to breathe on it.
I mean, if you could call a hurricane a wind, like a gentle breeze, if you desire, but it's not a gentle breeze. He would like to huff and puff and blow with his trunk as hard as he possibly can. You know how elephants can
Okay.
spray water out of their trunks pretty damn hard?
Yeah, they've been known to cut glass.
Yeah. Fine.
Exactly. So I'm
So
going to huff and puff and see if I can cut a shadow.
Try and do this. We're gonna make
What
that
can I roll?
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Get
So-
a nature check because you're trying to harness the winds and the airs around you, and you're trying to manipulate the flow of the air through your mouth and trunk to blast this guy down.
Yes, it wasn't a fantastic roll, but
His
anyway.
shadowy form ripples in a lovely breeze that you blew on him.
Just describe it as a lovely breeze. This was no lovely breeze, my friend. This was a powerful force. This was a force of nature.
The
There
force was a good size.
And there was some fungally spores in it, and they sort of colony kind of things. They just sort of passed through him onto the deck.
Oh yes, his trunk is filthy.
Yeah.
This
End
was
of
a
your turn.
seasonal allergy spray.
End of your turn.
Yep. I will not move because Iris hasn't moved.
Oops, everyone's waiting on me.
What's happening? What's happening?
Are you waiting for Bob?
It's Bob's turn.
Ah.
We're waiting for Bob.
This is deathly silent and still.
Well, that's pretty much where Bob's at the moment anyway.
Poor Bob.
Depending on which way the train's leaving the station, Bob's gonna sort of look at the shadowy guys next to him and be like, "Dear God, what's that over there?" And then there's a great big swirling dust storm and there's
Jesus. All right.
no more Bob, and I've disappeared inside my ring, which falls on the deck. I've sucked up my own ring inside my own ring, and you cannot see Bob anymore.
In a ring hole, eh?
Oh, that makes.
And apparently,
okay.
I could have done extra damage with Genie's Wrath every turn, but I should learn my character that I spent
Live
ages
and learn.
making.
Live and learn. Okay, cool.
But if the railroad's going the other way, then I can just do a normal thing or something and just drag it out as long as possible.
What do you mean a railroad? There's no railroad.
Use your action to disengage and move towards the creature at the front.
Well, no, I can do the other option if you prefer.
I don't care. What I mean, either way.
Bob
I'm
drops
just-
to his knees.
Otherwise, the DM just makes the rats blow up the ring. But if we're supposed to be, going down in a blaze of glory, just to be a pain in the ass, I'm going.
You can go in. You can go into your ring if you wish.
Well, that's what I'd do at this point with like 1 strength and 2 hit points.
You go into your ring. You are your ring, and the shadows around you look somewhat confused. They don't look confused because they don't have faces. All right.
I did.
If they did though, whew,
Oh.
would they be confused? Okay. Dexterity checks for everybody as we're back to the start of the round.
Dex check.
The manatee.
Dex
Save?
check.
Sorry.
Oh god.
Meant to be.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
No.
Someone was like, yes! Finally!
So it's a 12 for Ramrod.
Roll for Ramrod. Well, the manatee is now leaning to one side.
So are you
Iris, make a nature check.
Make a nature check. Wait, is she prone?
Yeah. As she's
Yeah.
falling, she looks.
17.
She's falling prone. She sees a large whirlpool going to the side of the boat.
Black Cats roll!
With still, the ocean itself appears to have darkened into this sort of silvery liquid. You see these are just racing around the whirlpool that's starting to form.
Yeah, she gets distracted by the thing and she tries
Red
to grasp onto the...
Going around the whirlpool, she sees these streaks. But it looks like it's going to be quite a big whirlpool. Reddish, the darker silvery streaks flying around it.
Red silvery streaks. Does that look like anything I've seen before? Or could put a name to?
Do a perception check.
A perception check as well. Probably not.
It looks real weird and looks like shit's about to be absolutely terrifying. I am having sort of just spoken to Thekin. You momentarily just turn back. You hear like this strange noise from behind you, and you see the shimmering wall was surrounding him. All, it's gone. He now lays on the ground, sort of. And he looks to you, and he briefly smiles, and you see him word something. Can't quite make it out though. And you all now feel a wave of healing warmth rush over you.
Healing warmth? Oh wait, all of us or us and Bob?
Well, that's what I was trying. I was trying to work it out. Because, it's casting mass cure wounds basically.
Oh.
It was within 30 feet. ring is within 30 feet. It's also in an extra-dimensional plane, so I'm not sure how that works. So,
I'd say no.
say no as well.
And I'm not in 30 feet.
Or I was going
Not
to have
only
him...
that, but it wouldn't
You're generous.
repair strength loss or anything like that, would it?
I wouldn't.
Stealth.
And you look back at Thekin, and his body is now lifeless, and then all of a sudden erupts into a bloom of flowers and grass. There's like a small little garden on the deck where he once was. And you should all have, I mean...
Zom's attention is momentarily drawn towards the small garden.
Mass cure wounds, so you've all back to full health except for Bob in his extraplanar.
It's very nice in my ring. It's all red and fluffy.
In your ring. The shadow
Warm.
Comfy.
shadow here going to pick up the ring,
Ah,
throw it to the
into
whirlpool.
the ocean.
Into the ocean. He's
It's
thrown
just
it. Just picked it up,
No.
threw it into the ocean, into the whirlpool that's sort of starting to get bigger. I'll transfer Ramrod control to you. Pass and Ramrod around.
I've used up all the spells. He only had 2 spell slots. And he's got no magic focus. So the first 2 spell slots didn't count anyway.
He's got a long sword. Did he take the long sword or the?
Yeah, he's got the long sword.
But Bob might want to
Right,
start
so
his
the
life at the
shadows-
bottom of the ocean.
Under the sea.
And Bob is
Is out of initiative?
of initiative and off the map. This guy's going to go here.
Patron is not going to be pleased.
Shadows. This shadow's going to go here. These two are going to float down to here, to here. These guys are going to float here, here. Right, so 2 attacks on you, Zom.
Yep, the 14 hits.
14 hits. 7 necrotic damage. The first, you feel the wave come over you, but it misses you, and then the second one hits, and you feel just the strength coming out of you. And then 1 attack on you, Iris.
With advantage, of course.
Of course, because you're all prone.
Oh, is that the 21? Oh, okay, yeah, 21 hits. So 3, and then she takes a d4.
D4 on her strength.
Aye.
And then there's going to be 3 on you, Graham, and 3 on Ramrod.
Okay.
First, those 3 are for you, Graham.
The one hits.
So
The first one.
First one hits, and are you
Oh,
prone?
was I prone from before?
You were prone from that failed, as the boat tilted on a bit of an angle.
Right. Yeah.
So 2
So-
hits,
Do the shadows
still the
have
first
to
one
roll to
hits.
be prone?
floating off the ground, man.
Only the first one hits.
Only the first one hits.
Yep.
Down
3.
on the ground, it sort of brings its hands up, looks down onto your
Boots are flying.
hip.
When they float, are they attempting to float normal to the deck of the boat, or with gravity?
Deck of boat,
1d4.
shadow. 1d4 off your strength,
Yep.
and then 3 for you, Ramrod. With advantage, I think it's probably 2 hits, 1 hit.
Second one?
With advantage.
Even
He's
with
prone.
advantage.
He's prone. Why is he prone?
You all
Oh.
fail. You all fail.
Oh,
that
the
save.
DC went up. Gotcha.
The DC's going up. The deck is now slippery and on an angle, like you're on a distinct angle.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So the second one hits.
So 7 points of necrotic damage, and
And 4 off.
4 points.
You're good at rolling these d4s.
I'm just gonna kill everyone. Oh crap! Now I have to remember what Ramrod. Does anyone know what Ramrod's strength started at, or is this his first hit?
It's his first.
You all just roll a perception check.
I'm on the ground getting beaten by shadows. There's not much I'm seeing.
Zom, as you're on the ground being beaten by the shadows, you see the figure at the stern or bow of the boat.
Yeah.
Just walk, jump into the water, into the whirlpool, and he's gone.
He's chasing
what?
Bob.
He's saving a
Are the
life under the
shadows
sea.
still here?
Shadows are still there.
Except for the one on the captain.
One around the captain is gone.
Deacon's dead.
Beacon is now floral on the deck. The shadows still surround you. The
It's
ship
still
is
winning.
ship is on a tight. It's on an angle, and it's entering into the whirlpool.
Okay.
Graham, you're up.
Okay, he's gonna takes half my movement to get up, right? I've got 25, so does that mean I get 10? Oh, no. Yeah, after I've got up, how far can I move?
I'll let you move 15, rounding up. Always round up.
Okay.
We'll always round in favour of you. That's the rule. If you do half damage, round up. If I'm doing half damage, I'll roll down.
Alright. So he's going to go to there and take the attacks of opportunity.
Gets 3 attacks of opportunity.
Only 3. I think it's probably 5, but...
Yeah.
These, I think... Oh, no, because it doesn't matter if they're engaged with you or not, so yes, it is 5.
Jesus Christ! 4 of them hit!
And dead.
1,
Oh my god.
2, 3,
Just,
4.
What's going to kill you first, the damage or the minus to the
The
strength?
strength.
and then roll 44.
So, hang on. So,
Wow.
okay. Good.
So what?
I mean, that
Uh,
would kill
Are
me.
you still alive?
Yes, yeah. My strength is 11, so...
How many HP did you have?
26.
Diggity dog. So you run a gauntlet as you run out of there. You pass through. You can see like a gap. You pass through them. You try and test your way through their shadowy form, and you pass. As you're passing through them, you just feel them sort of all their arms just traveling through each other, just pummeling you, eating you. So you're taking 5,
26.
13, 16, 20.
6 left. So I've got 6 HP left, and I've got 4 strength left. Good.
Anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my wand of magic missiles at level 1, 2, 3. How many? There's 6 there? And it's 6, so I need to use it at level 3. So it takes 4 slots?
Wand of Magic Missile, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it just a single thing you can cast?
No,
It
you
has a
can...
certain amount of uses.
Yeah, so it's got
Okay.
7 charges, and you can expend 1 charge for 3, or an additional charge for an additional missile. So I'm
Okay,
going to
cool.
expend 6 missiles. Actually, no. I'm going to expend... How many do I want? 9. I'm going to expend all remaining charges.
Is
And
it 7 or 10?
yeah, well, I've used it once. So I've got 6 charges left.
So 9.
Yeah. So I'm going to target each of these things with my.
You're shooting a missile at all of them.
Yep,
Each
one missile each.
Each. Okay, cool. Okay. Roll what you need to do. That all hits. Yep.
Well, so just roll a d4. Just roll 9d4.
Okay. Oh.
Because effectively you're spreading out 9 shots of a d4 to each of them.
Yeah.
Pew 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 pew.
Alright.
Pew pew pew.
So I will. You range.
Oh, is that what?
So each
The
missile
dart
is
is
a
1d4
d4.
plus 1 force damage.
Oh, I see. So +1. So each of those is +1.
I should have looked that up before. Actually,
It's not
yeah.
bad, all things considered, though, for the results. Good rolls.
You shoot. It just glitters out of your hand, and these. And you see, like, quite a few hits there. You know, you see all of them now are there's little glows as the missiles strike them all.
If I'd looked at what damage they did, I would have focused it on less of them. But here we are.
Right.
He's just gonna hit one of them. If I can find it, there it is. What the fuck is that?
So which one are you swinging at? The one who looks the shadowy form looks the most tattered? Is that the one you're aiming at? Are you aiming for this one between you and Zom?
Why the heck has it rolled so many dice on my screen? Anyway,
swing your sword and it passes, just not quite able to pull the strength it's required to swing it with any force, and it sort of rushes past the shadow.
Whoosh. That's it. I don't think he has
Ferris,
any
you're
bonus
up.
action. Som has his push to talk off.
My
There it
turn.
is.
I am going to stand up.
Oh no, it's ours.
Get rid of that. I'm then going to use my action. I'm going to use my bonus action to use my last remaining flame breath on this guy here.
To your immediate north, yep.
Yep, so DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Us.
So he takes 5 points of fire damage.
Your guys have
How's he-
saved everything tonight.
Yeah, they've been rolling pretty well. It's all deck. It's all things they're good at that you guys are challenging them with.
Yeah, well, we're level 1. There's not much we can. Well, there's no variety. So, how's this one to the north of me looking?
I mean, the fire seemed to sort of a fair bit of. It damaged the form. It sort of flickers a little bit. It looks like it's not the worst the one in the worst shape, but it's probably the next one in the worst shape. Like the form flickers a little bit. There's bits of shadow sort of bursting off of it a bit. It's we estimate it's still a fair bit from death.
Fair bit from death. All right, she is going to. Shit, I should have done that first. Yeah, I should have done that first. Oh well. I just got to. I'm going to Eldritch Blast it. The one closest to me. For
One above it. Yep.
Yeah, for 5 points of damage. Force damage.
Blast it from close range and obviously hit.
Yeah.
Now the
And I
shadow
just look
claws.
around, and I'm just like, oh, this is not good. So she is going to, if it's possible, run. And is there a balustrade somewhere that she can grab, like here or here?
If she could hold on to something.
Okay, so
She'll
she's gonna
take
run
an attack
there.
of she'll take 2 attacks
Two.
of opportunity. Oh,
Yeah.
would she get one from this one too?
Did that one attack
This-
Graham or no?
Yeah, they've all attacked Ramrod, haven't they? Yep. They all attacked already. Attacks of
Okay,
opportunity still.
so she's going to do that and go there because
Okay.
these two have not had attacks of opportunity, have they?
I think you can only get to there.
The attack of opportunities are
You went from prone, standing up.
Yeah. So from
attack
there
of
to there.
opportunity is a reaction, isn't it? So
Yeah.
if they've used their reaction,
Yeah.
not if they've used their attack.
Yeah.
They haven't used their attack yet, so they'll have a reaction of 2 attacks on you, I think.
No. Single attack.
On here?
So the
One attack
two
per monster.
Yeah. This one and this one would have attacks of opportunity if they haven't had any yet.
They have an attack. These two haven't had an attack of opportunity yet.
Yeah, so they get attacks
they
of
all
opportunity.
attacked. The ones down the bottom all attacked Graham. Yes, I understand now.
This including this one.
No, that one wouldn't have.
Okay, so I'm going to get to there. So
Doesn't matter. They both miss anyway.
okay, so I can only get to here. You know what? I'm gonna have to risk it, and I'm gonna have to go to there, and I'm gonna have to take. Actually, this one doesn't get an attack of opportunity. I
On
don't.
here, hasn't had
It
an
does
attack.
not.
Hasn't had a reaction yet.
I'm not leaving its melee range, so it doesn't get
No,
one.
you're not.
And that's it for me. So I'm just going to grasp onto, like, try and brace myself against the deck. Something, the balustrade.
Dom, you see the captain just sort of walking towards the front of the ship, and it's now your turn as well.
He's just walking, is he?
Just
Taking
calmly walking.
Sunday stroll.
See him bend down and grab a piece of rope that's laying on the deck. It's even though the deck is on quite an angle, it's wet, it's slick. He's just walking along to the front of the boat, picked up some rope as he walks.
Rightio. Well, I'm going to move to there and attack the one. The one who
so
is
you get-
directly to the south of me.
On here,
Yep.
you'll get an attack of opportunity from this one and this one because it hasn't had a reaction yet. Pop 2 here.
Yep.
So that's 2. So hits.
One of them hits. Ooh.
Right. You're going to attack this one here. Far away.
Yep.
Swing your sword, and you're trying not to hit Iris or Ramrod, and deck's slippery, and you just misjudge and swing.
The lack of strength is really starting to hurt now.
You all do a dex saving throw, please.
Dex saving throw. Wow.
Ooh, hot diggity dog. So, Zom, Iris.
Oh. That's mine.
Zom and Iris. Will all of you notice now that the deck is it's a very hard angle. It's sort of basically like that.
Someone spilt
Probably
some massage oil on it as well, so it's just a little bit more slippery.
Slicker as anything you've ever walked on. It's like walking on ice, basically. And it's the angle is now such that pretty much to move around, you kind of have to crawl. You have to use your hands to grab on a bit as well.
Where's that bloody captain gone? Oh, the captain of the
So
prow.
conflict on the deck now seems to be reducing. Each individual, there's a few crew you kind of didn't really notice now, but they're sort of realizing that they're going to die. Figures that you had been fighting are sort of still floating, hovering around. Captain Lowe, you notice him right at the front of the boat. He's tying himself to the prow of the boat, stoically prepping himself to go down with the ship. He turns back briefly, sort of gives a salute, and then he turns and just looks at the oncoming ocean. See contentment in his eyes. You know that from your brief, time with him, this is how he wanted to die, one with the ocean.
Help us, you fucking coward.
So, Bob and Graham, you guys got a pretty good feel for the deck now. You're like, okay, it's slick, it's slippery, but I've got my feet, I'm alright. But yeah, Iris, you guys are down. Now, the shadows are going to move. Check.
With the whole strength thing, Ramrod's a bit over encumbered. And how much does chainmail weigh? And can you wear it with a strength of 4?
Let's just say that he now has trouble walking, and his movement is now 10, I guess. Shadows.
It would take longer to take it off than just to keep wearing it, wouldn't
I
it?
mean, could you even take it off with a strength of 4?
Probably not. It would be a team effort to get the chainmail.
Quick as a
out.
kitten.
Like, plate mail, you need a 15 strength. I don't know what chainmail is.
So now, hang on, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. So now the shadows. 2, 1, 2. And there. Zom, can you do a strength check, please?
Sure.
So
That is the best strength check I've ever seen.
the two shadows just, you feel them wrap around you, and you feel yourself sort of lift off the ground. And they are going to, together, going to drift you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're here with them to the side of the boat. Iris, you two, strength check, please.
A strength check.
Just a check?
Sorry, a strength saving throw.
Oh, a strength saving throw. Hold on.
No. Check, because it's a check. It's a thingo. It's a combined.
It seems like your strength check was better anyway.
Alright, let's go to strength check.
Alright. Again, you feel their cold, nothingness embrace.
But I'm stronger than one of them.
I'm stronger than one of them. True.
Equally.
You're as strong as one of them.
She's just screaming in their face, and they're just like, Jesus Christ, alright, yeah. Just...
This one is going to sort of drag you here, and this one sort of, you kind of pushed one off, but the other one's able to carry you. Ramrod?
Yeah?
Strength check.
Check. 1,
Strength
2,
check.
1, 2. Why is it not hiding? There we go.
So one of them
And
able
10.
to sort of push one of them off, but The one still is able to get good purchase on you as you're unable to push that one off, and it's going to carry you here.
Oh, gee willikers.
Follows along behind it. Yeah. And Graham, strength check.
Strength check. Oh, come on.
Strength check.
Graham's going to bravely run away.
That was his plan.
Well, you're able to brush one of them off. He sort of disappears, knowing that Akira is nearly done, but the other two overwhelm you. You are all in their warm embrace over the water now.
I was contemplating doing
try
expeditious retreat earlier and then seeing how fast 70 feet of movement and one Eldritch Blast per round could make a cat and mouse game go for.
You're all hanging over the water, being held by the shadows. I'm gonna try and break their...
Hang on, I'm just yeah, Graham's going to try and break their their grip on him and get back onto the ship.
So you're gonna you'd have to get back on the ship. So you have to do a strength check against two of them first. The combined strength will need to be greater than their 2. Okay, let's try that to start.
Hang on.
You need to get a 20.
Oh, easy with my -3 to strength. And was I doing a strength check or a strength saving?
Check. Try to outmuscle them.
Yeah, so if I have to roll a 20 with a -3, so I should be close.
You are being held light.
Well, that's a surprise. I couldn't. That's it then.
Amrod?
He's just gonna scream in his telepathically into their minds. Just a scream.
You get silence from them.
Oh, buggerization.
Blanking you.
Amrod, you're up. Think you want to try and do?
Jump in the water.
In the water? So you're going to have to do a strength check to break free of their cast?
I want to soil myself to see if that makes them let me go. Just a little stream of rabbit droppings into the ocean. See if they go, I'm not touching that.
They are unmoved by your fecal discharge.
Do you want me to roll a constitution check for how well I shoot myself?
Okay, yes, alright. Do a constitution check for how well you shoot yourself, and they will too do a constitution check for how well they're able to maintain their shadowy resolve.
And a medicine check to tell if he was a healthy one or not.
Well, feces leaves them unmoved.
Oh.
Eris, you're up.
So what effect are we under?
Being grappled by them.
Okay.
That was...
No magic effect, you're just being grappled by them.
Yep, okay. And there are 2 currently on me?
Yes, but one of them matched your strength check, so if you were to try and break his embrace, you would have advantage on it.
As in break the other ones?
So this one here, you failed, but this one here, you matched, so you would have advantage on one of their embrace. One of them's barely holding on to you, basically, so whatever you do will work it out.
Yep, okay. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on this one here.
Can you cast a spell when you're...
You sure can. I double-checked to make sure that you said grappled.
You're grappled. You are grappled, yes.
Yeah,
24 hits.
3 points of damage. Tell me it's enough. Tell me it's enough to kill it.
is not enough to kill it.
And jerk my wrist free at the same time to leap into the ocean.
You do jerk your wrist free of the one that's barely holding you, but the one that's got a firm grasp on you, don't drop at all.
Oh,
Legs
could
are
have
still
I
hanging over
done
you,
an acrobatics check to escape a grapple?
potentially could have, but it's too late now. Dom, you are up.
Zom possibly realizes the situation. What do you... Bleh. I'm gonna take a deep breath, as deep as I can.
Constitution saving throw. A Constitution check. You get a pretty good breath, fresh sort of ocean air. It was nice.
Good.
The manatee is now, the deck of the manatee is essentially vertical. It's going down into the now huge whirlpool that you guys are sort of looking down into. This is clearly the terminal voyage of the manatee. And moment, in a split second, shadows all appear. Guys fall. But you're sort of a bit further away from the boat than it would appear there. You guys fall into the water. As you hit the water, there is nothing. Feel nothing. You hear nothing. See nothing. Your senses are entirely devoid of all stimulations. With your last moments of conscious thought, impulsively you think back to your home, overcome with its warmth, safety, its comfort. Then again, nothing. That's where we're going to end it tonight.
I'll pick up DMing next week. Back in.
Well,
Sweet.
I could give you guys
Good
a
game.
teaser for what's coming if you want.
Nah.
Leave it here.
Nah.
It is not a TPK. Prologue has now finished and you are moving into chapter 1.
59
That's
minutes
where we'll
later.
get the TPK.
Probably.
And yeah, is it the year 3345?
Humanity has been scoured from the sword coast. All that remains is only Session.
Do we ride robots?
59 minutes later, Bob emerges from his ring at the bottom of the ocean and he's like,
Yeah.
And does.
Do you want me to put you on the chapter 1 title page so you can get a feel?
No.
Come on.
Nah, I want it to be fresh next week. I want it to be
Next week.
lol.
save it for
That is the
Isaac.
cliffhanger.
Tell everyone
We
except
all get
Brian.
surprised together.
Fine.
Actually, we'll just tell Isaac that Ramrod got his strength reduced to 2 permanently, and
Yeah. But what I can say is that when you guys wake up on the beach, you'll have felt the full effects of long rest. The level up.
Sorry?
When you do whatever happens next, listen to what I just said because I did just say what will happen. So ignore that part.
I did hear that.
No,
Ignore
level
that
up and a
part.
long rest. Yeah.
Level up on a long rest. Ignore the part that I said what happened.
Yeah.
Level up. Long rest. I didn't
And-
mean to say
and
that. I'm
yes.
sorry.
Our strength
Your-
is back to...
yeah, the strength
old
reduction was still
days.
long rest. So every time we die in this campaign, we level up. Okay, got it.
Sweet.
Ah, man.
I'm gonna be
Okay,
level
would
20
be
in-
so powerful.
Technically, Bob didn't die.
He will when he drowns.
He's just in a ring, going, "Ooh."
He just comes out of the ring and is like, uh-oh.
There's
And then
my
go back in
short
again.
rest done. No, once a day. And at level 10, you can come inside my ring.
Oh do you?
And you can practice
Great.
tossing together inside his ring.
Ah,
Oh, here there's
I
plenty
took
of
a
room
female
for
character.
there's plenty of room for many people inside your ring.
There is. My ring is vast and gaping.
So we're all going to come
Actually-
inside your ring then.
Actually, really jewel encrusted as well and comfy inside his ring. It's
Uh,
kind of weird, but
I spent ages searching for just that right shade of red and velvety decor.
I think because it's because of where the ring has come from, it is the ideal picture of a ring inside Bob's mind. Ideal sort of relaxing ring that he would want to come into.
woohoo.
Is this the motivation for the goat character? Goatsy?
It should be.
Make sure you all level up for next Tuesday.
Okay.
And
That just seems to fit a little too well.
But apparently goat men can't jump.
Yes, correct.
Now
All
I'll
right.
just dump this 2 gig recorded file on Isaac and say, here you go. Do what you want.
Yep. Sounds good.